Hello and good morning. Welcome back to another breakdown. So I just simply wanted to break down that trade that I just put into the chat. It was a nice 1 to 5 risk to reward on AUD/USD. And I'm going to be starting from the weekly time frame, just showing you what I actually believe will happen this week due to last week's closure. So as you can see, last week's closure, we finished very bearish. So from this, we can understand that price will most definitely this week be in a bearish price cycle. So if we hop down to the daily, we can start to understand where could price be heading, what is the regime for this week. So in my personal opinion, if we have a look here, we have this nice daily inefficiency fair value gap that could be the driving force for a bullish push in a couple of weeks time, or we could see price come down and take out these lows down here. Depending on the reaction, it will kind of dictate my mind on this. But from looking just at the chart that we currently see on the screen, I do believe that we may pull back into these zones, if not go straight from here and come and fill out this inefficiency over this week on AUD/USD. So if we hop onto the hourly chart, we can start to see and look at price. So what has price done this morning? Price has developed and it has taken out all of Friday's price action and all of Friday's highs. So looking at this, we have a 1 hour order block that we have obviously created a new low, body closure created a new low. We then had a reaction from this SC down here, which could potentially mean that we are going to have a further pullback. But personally, I believe we might just have this small pullback today and continue this bearish weekly cycle down to the lows. So if we hop down to the 15-minute chart, we can start to see what price is actually done. So price melted on Thursday. We then had some kind of pullback and consolidation on Friday. We then developed liquidity ready for this Monday. And if you look in the chat, I did actually say Monday we can look to have some bullish price action just to take out any highs to continue that bearish run further down. So this was just our liquidity for this trade, and then we can also put on our Asia midlines, and we can see that Asia midline, the high came in at 2 a.m. and this was taken out within London at 9 o'clock, which is our trading optimal hours, right? So we know that a trade is good to take here. So what we can do, we can mark our 15-minute point of supply, and obviously you can jump onto the lower time frames, find out the 3-minute unmitigated supply that's on the 3-minute time frame, which is what I personally did. I then went down to the 3-minute and the 1-minute, and then we can start to see what price does. What does price do? We have one drive into the high here, 2 drives into the high, and then we have the 3rd drive into the high. And on this 3rd drive into the high, power of 3. So when we have 3 or more touches or 3 or more highs being taken out, we can usually expect the reversal to occur on the 3rd bounce, right? So we had the 3rd high get taken out, these 2 highs here, and we also had it take out these Asian liquidity highs and Friday's highs. So looking at this, we can understand we've had our break of structure here on the minute. So this was my confirmation. We had this last liquidity spike, 3rd bounce, another confirmation for me. We had the 15-minute supply, another confirmation. Order flow is to bearish to the downside on the 15-minute and hourly, so we can use that as another confluence. And then finally, we've had a nice corrective move back in. This was my entry just off this sponsored candle, and as you can see, we decided to melt after forming this order block within here. So we can understand that price will most likely react from somewhere around here. We can cover this high here because, as we know, this high would have mitigated this sponsored candle, and that's what formated this move to break this low here. So then my targets were pretty simple. I then went up to the 5-minute just to see where I could target, and it was as simple as this. It was this low down here. We don't need to push our boundaries. We just need to get in and out of the market with a nice 5R. And yes, we could look for Asian lows and target a 15R, but realistically, are we going to see that without having a pullback? Probably not. And as we're coming out of London, I do just want to close the position just so I'm out of the market in case we have any big spikes back up into our entry, because at the end of the day, guys, we're looking just to take money from the markets. So 5R is huge, because this means I now have 5 trades where I can lose in a row, and that's very uncommon for me. I'm only losing probably 1 in 4 trades at the minute, and most of my risk to rewards are 1 to 3R plus, and I'm not really pushing. I'm pushing for the local low or the local high at the minute. I'm not really looking for these huge trades that I used to, and it's completely changed the trading for me because my success rate has got so much better, meaning I'm taking less losses. You keep your confidence throughout the trading, and obviously it's not often one of these 1 to 16s always comes off, but at the end of the day, 1 to 5R, you can't go wrong, and that is all I'll be looking for, just into this local low here. So other than that, that was just a quick breakdown on AUD US dollar this morning in London session.